Daniel Penny. Somehow in my brown skin, when I first saw the video, I couldn't unsee, just a partial clip. I haven't looked at all of it. The guy who strangled a disturbed man on a New York subway while others looked on, relating in his death. I knew we would reach this point where he would walk out scot-free. He's a hero. He's another Rittenhouse, if you will. So let's give you the breaking news. Judge dismissed the second-degree manslaughter charge against Daniel Penny in the death of Jordan Neely. Say his name. He was just now acquitted of everything else, criminally negligent homicide. For 6 minutes, reminding you, Daniel Penny kneeled on the neck of Jordan Neely, who presented no real threat to those around him. Witnesses to the May 1, 2023 incident say Neely started yelling threats after he boarded the train. Okay. Prosecutors argued Penny went way too far, held on to Neely's neck for longer than he needed to, killing him. Penny's attorneys say Penny was trying to protect himself and fellow passengers and argued that his actions may not have directly caused Neely's death. Oh, that sudden syndrome that is a figment of the imagination, right? That defense attorneys have been coming up to justify the killing of Black and brown people for, well, decades, right? Decades. When they have to come up with an excuse, that's what they use it. They use that. Jurors, though, ultimately sided with Penny's defense attorneys who questioned whether there was sufficient evidence that the chokehold caused Neely's death, despite explicit video evidence of it. I, again, can't unsee just a small portion that I and so many other viewers were treated to. It was sick. It was barbaric. Just was. Eyewitnesses were called forward to speak about how frightened they were of Neely's behavior. Imagine that. Someone yelling out, being disruptive, perhaps even threatening, is far more frightening than someone putting someone in a chokehold for 6 minutes and causing their death. But anyway, no witness testified that Neely put his hands on anyone or lunged at a specific person before Penny made the first move, okay? Put him in a chokehold. Evidence during the month-long trial also revealed that Neely was not carrying a weapon at the time. Cops finding only a muffin in his pocket. New York Post with the details. Conservatives online predictably hailed the former Marine Daniel Penny as a hero, donating more than $3 million to his defense fund. GOP rep Eli Crane would like to give Penny a Congressional Medal for murdering. That's an opinion, murdering, because of course the jury has now acquitted him, an innocent Black man. America, look at your life. This is the country we live in. Here is the statement from the representative. Yep. Our system of justice is fiercely corrupt, allowing degenerates to steamroll our laws and our sense of security while punishing the righteous. Crane, a former Navy SEAL, added. Mr. Penny bravely stood in the gap to defy the corrupt system, protect his fellow Americans. I'm immensely proud to introduce this resolution to award him with the Congressional Gold Medal to recognize his heroism. I'm going to go to you, Brett, because my stomach's turned. I could stand to lose a few pounds anyway, but I just want to throw up. These people are sick. Sick.
I can't imagine, wouldn't it be more heroic if he didn't kill a guy? Wouldn't the hero be better if no one died, especially because no one's life was in danger? The guy had a muffin in his pocket. People were disturbed. Sure. People were scared, sure. But it's like, for me, it seems like the way that the law played out, you have to very clearly establish the cause of death as that. My contention would be seems like the guy was living many years. The only difference between him being alive and him being dead was he died after the guy did that to his body.
Yeah.
He had a flawless track record of being alive until that moment. But what gets me, I think this is what, as you were telling the story, is there's a difference. Most decent people would say, all right, fine. I mean, if you're on the side where you're the law says this, there's still civil cases. You can sue the guy for damages. There's a lot of different outs. But there's a difference between saying what normal people say, I don't know the law, but this is a tragedy. This is benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. And then going let's give this guy the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
No. I just watched A Few Good Men. You should fight for people who can't fight for themselves. You should have. The guy that you killed was was having a day.
Yeah. His family loved him too, by the way. His family has a lot to say. And before we go to break, I will say this, okay? There's a difference. If you're really that frightened, you see how the two lenses and there's a two set of rules, right? When you look like someone who has brown skin, okay? So threatening. Couldn't just subdue him? How about everybody join in and subdue him instead of choking him, strangulation, killing him, okay? It is barbaric, but this is where we are. The real person on trial was the victim, Neely. Daniel Penny's the hero, right? Now he's the victim, not the perp. And as Brett mentioned, as the story goes, only 158 gold medals have ever been awarded. Thomas Edison got one, Martin Luther King Jr., and now Daniel Penny.